What's going on, everybody? I woke up this morning with some great news. It's probably been out there uh, beyond beyond when I received it. But I found out that James Harden and the Sixers are working on a trade. That's very, 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 very exciting news to me. And I'm glad because James Harden has to realize that there's only room for one beard in the city of Philadelphia. And um, the guy that's talking right now is that beard. Um, James Harden um, is a fake ass beard, right? And he has to go. Um, James Harden um, lifestyle and um, commitment to the game doesn't fit what the Sixers organization need, what the Sixers players need, what the Sixers fan base need. It just didn't fit, right? And I'm just keeping it real. Um, he was not committed, and he is not committed, right, to disciplining himself to win it all. And when you bring in a player like that, right, it's like a cancer. It really is. Because it starts affecting other parts of the body. And in this situation, the Sixers, other parts of the organization, mainly the players. I cringed when I saw James Harden putting his arms around Tyrese Maxey, so-called schooling him. Tyrese Maxey, right? If you listen to Tyrese Maxey in this press conference, is a very smart person and a very smart basketball player. Now, I'm not saying that he is a brilliant basketball player. He's still young. But at his age, you can see that Tyrese Maxey is going to grow into a very, very intelligent basketball mind, right? I have to, and I'm going to be real with you. Tyrese Maxey has the developing potential to be a better basketball mind than Joel Embiid is. Joel Embiid, in my humble opinion, is nowhere near being a high basketball IQ player, right? He's smart in the sense of utilizing his talent when he wants to utilize his talent, but overall, knowing when to do this in this situation and knowing when to do that in that situation, Joel Embiid is not smart like that at all. Um, Once again, I thought that he was getting a bad rap when the Joker was winning the MVP over him. Well, that's egg on my face, right? And they said that people gave Joel Embiid the MVP because they got voters fatigue. Like they got tired of hearing, how did you give him the MVP over Joel? How did you give Joker the MVP over Joel Embiid? He's the better player. Well, we all witnessed who's the better player in this NBA championship, this past NBA championship with Denver and the Heat. But what I wanted to say is, I'm glad that the Sixers and James Harden are working on a trade to the Clippers, whoever, to the Rockets, to the Chicago Cubs. I don't care where he goes, as long as he goes. James Harden is not conducive to either rebuilding this team or being a piece that this organization believes that they are close to winning a championship. See, what I don't like about this organization, and I tell you over and over again, this organization has no class. This organization, for one, right, is a piece of shit when it keeps selling the fans this uh, this story that they are close to winning a championship, especially close to winning a championship with Joel Embiid. That's the crock of shit that really, 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 really gets me mad about this organization. Now, can you win a championship with Joel Embiid? Absolutely, you can. But you have to bring in a killer, a high IQ basketball player killer to play alongside with Joel Embiid and who has the nerve, the grit, and the balls to tell Joel Embiid, man, shut up. Plain and simple. Yo, man, what is you doing? Yo, what was that? See, because if the coach is not going to tell Joel Embiid, and Doc Rivers was not the coach that was going to tell on Joel Embiid what he needed to tell, Joel Embiid would do some of the dumbest. He would do some of the dumbest shit on the court and walk off that court, and I never saw Doc Rivers say a goddamn thing to him. James Harden as well. James Harden would turn the ball over repeatedly, and Doc Rivers would call a timeout, right? Let him or substitute him, and let him walk over to the sideline without saying a goddamn thing to him. But let Maxey do something, and he's got a clipboard and everything all in Maxey's face, trying to tell Maxey this and tell Maxey that. Yo, I couldn't stand that about Doc Rivers. Right? And Maxey, because he's humble and because he plays his role, right? He never got upset. He said all the right things. I'm telling Maxey this year, fuck saying all the right things. Damn playing your role, right? Your role is to be a goddamn basketball demon for the 76ers. This is your role. Step into it. Take over the game. Stop deferring to Embiid. Stop putting the Embiid all the way up here. Put yourself all the way up there. And then let you and Embiid be here with each other. Right? You're going to have confrontations with Embiid. Listen, Kobe and Shaq Kobe came into the Lakers like, listen, man, I know you Shaquille O'Neal. I know you done this and I know you done that. But I'm Kobe Bryant. Who? Kobe Bryant. You don't have no accomplishments around here? Not yet. And the rest is history. This is how you got to come into the game. This is how you got to approach a team. This is how you got to come in and approach a person who's supposed to be the star of the team. You understand what I'm saying? You got to come in, man, and you got to take everything by the hand. And this is what I'm telling Maxey to do. But the Sixers did something very, very, very profound in my eyes, right? They went and signed players who weren't in the draft. This was a very, very unconventional step that the Sixers made that blew my mind away. Because the Sixers should never let somebody dictate who has talent and who doesn't have talent. And basically, that's what the draft is. And then when somebody's a bust in the draft, they say, oh, well, we thought he was going to be good, right? This is the same thing that happened with the Sixers and the Celtics. Danny Ainge dictated to the Sixers that Markelle Fultz was a better player than Jason Tatum. And the rest is history. So go look for talent. It's out there. It's in places that you would never think that it would be. And I think the Sixers have signed two-way players who have great talent, who could become potential Draymond Green. Look at Draymond Green. Draymond Green was a low draft pick for the Golden State Warriors. And now he's a he turned out to be a very um, smart player, high IQ basketball player, and an NBA championship. A player that helps you win championships. This is what the Sixers need, right? Um, the last thing I have to say is Daryl Morey has to go too. Daryl Morey is out of his goddamn mind for even suggesting that the Sixers were trying to do everything that they could to bring James Harden back to this organization. That would have set this team back. That would have set the fans back. That would have set me back. Because once again, like I said, there's only one The Beard in Philadelphia, and it's not James Harden. You're looking at him.